Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Seeing the majesty, beauty, and haybet of Islam that was carried for so many centuries, and seeing just a minor glimpse of it through our tarikat, how did we end up at the current state of the Muslims in the world? From being oppressed to becoming tyrants, what can we do now?
This is like every sohbat I've given every single week for the past 6 years. Thursday, after Jummah, Sheykh, holy nights, holy days, after dinner, any opportunity, this is what we're talking about. How did we end up here? This is what we spoke about briefly today too. Well, we didn't want to finish that, but now they say finish it. Shadow. I said, why is the Khalifah called the shadow of Allah on earth? Because under the shadow there's coolness. And when you don't have that shadow, then you have the direct hit of the sun. How did this ummah and this whole world come to this point right now? Because we say we rejected the shadow of Allah on earth. So now the full force is happening to us. There is no coolness anymore. The hearts, they're not cool. Mentality is not cool. Everyone's not cool. You gotta be cool, man. So, when you don't have that coolness, especially when you are rejecting not only the physical Khalifah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, the physical Khalifah, but you're rejecting the spiritual Khalifahs also, meaning the tarikats and the Sultan al-Awliyas and the Awliya Allah. When you reject that which majority of the Muslims they reject, and those who accept, they have no idea what they are doing, and they're doing wrong things so many times. When you are rejecting both these Khalifahs, then there is no coolness in either way. And what happens is, everyone then will claim, I am Khalifah. Why he has to be Khalifah? I'm Khalifah too. Why he has to be Wali? I'm Wali too. Slowly, then you're going to say, why he has to be Lord? I'm Lord too. So losing the faith. On the one hand saying La ilaha illallah, but on the other hand not knowing what is Ilah, what is La, and what is Allah. If you don't understand what is an Ilah, what is the La that you're saying no to that Ilah that you're saying, how are you going to know what is Allah? So we're rejecting all of that. Everyone is saying, no, I am my own nation. I'm not answerable to anyone except to Allah. People are going to say that, and so you become tyrants. We become tyrants. What can we do now? We're waiting for that one to pull out that spiritual sword to finish this tyranny on earth, because this tyranny on earth cannot be destroyed except by the sword of truth that is coming from the heavens, not from this world. It's complete oppression that is happening now. Even if, say, all the Muslims get together, Muslim nations, they get together, Muslim leaders, they get together, people, they get together, even if you change it, it's not going to end. It will never end until the one who is the possessor, the master, the owner of the sword of truth returns, comes. Only with that heavenly power, then this Dajjalic system will fall, because the system now have no doubt that this is Dajjal system. This is not Russia or China or America or, no, this is Dajjal system now. And for Dajjal to be finished, Mahdi alayhi salam has to come, and Isa alayhi salam has to come. This is what we are doing. We are cleaning, we are preparing, we are knowing. And sit and wait. Subhanallah. You know how many they were sitting and waiting for the Holy Prophet? Alayhi salatu wassalam. Hazrat Salman al-Farisi, he went to 99 teachers. 99, and every single one of them, they were waiting for the Prophet, for the last Prophet. They were waiting. We are waiting. Don't think that the Holy Prophet ﷺ also in the 13 years in Mecca, what were they doing for 13 years? They were not fighting. They were not busy building this dunya. They were running away from tyranny, trying to be by themselves, and the tyrants, they come and they jump on them and they oppress them and they kill them and they torture them every single day. And all the Prophet said was, be patient, wait, wait. He said, wait. And all they had with him was trust. You have to build this trust and this submission. Because when he says what it is, so many find it impossible to believe. But because they love him and they trust him, they say it must be truth. Amanna wa sadaqna. Their submission, their trust was there. They waited. It's not as if Prophet ﷺ says, oh, don't worry, after this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Then so many of them, they didn't know what was going to happen. All they know is like endlessly for 13 years, they have just been in suffering. And then when they left Mecca to Medina, the shaitans, they followed them to finish them too. And again, they're saying to the Prophet, ﷺ, why don't we fight back? The Prophet says, permission is not given. I'm waiting for permission to be given. And when the permission was given for him to defend himself, there was only 313. Hundreds they were waiting for him, with all the latest weapons and technology to finish them, and there was only 313. They had just, I believe, a couple of horses, a couple of camels. Some of them, so many of them, they didn't even have any sword or any spear. They were just carrying rocks and stones and sticks to go to fight. And the Prophet was not, ﷺ, he was not saying to them, oh, don't worry, Allah, we're going to have victory. No, he didn't. In fact, he was worshipping and crying and weeping and begging to Allah, saying, Ya Rabbi, please grant us victory. If you don't, we're finished. If you don't, there's no one here now in the face of this earth is going to remember your name. He didn't take Allah for granted. He didn't say, I'm prophet, of course it's going to be given to me. Like so many Muslims with that kind of wrong ideas, taking everything for granted. What they say? Entitled. Entitled. Of course I'm going to go to paradise. I'm Muslim. I pray 5 times a day. So many pray 5 times a day. But their prayer is not going to save them because they're not worshipping to Allah. They're worshipping to their ego. But you need to learn this. We need to understand. And we need to protect ourselves. At that time, even if the enemy comes from without and from within, the Prophet ﷺ has already shown us the way, saying, don't worry. After the Badr, other wars are going to happen. Take lesson from it, and you'll be okay, inshallah rahman. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum. His Majesty.